Welcome to Insight Builder channel. How to implement tools in CrewAI. This is part 9 and video 3 of multi-part series. Using web search and FileWrite tool to automate research. What we'll be doing in this video is we will be automating a repetitive task. We will have a topic that we want to research about. So usually we will go to the browser and we will try to search for the topic in Google, and then say, for an example, advancement in AI agentic IDEs. So this is what we'll be searching, and we will be getting a lot of information that we want to automate. So here is the research writer agent that I had coded, and this research writer agent uses two tools. So it uses SerperDev tool, which is a Google search API client, and FileWriter tool, which helps in writing the files to the file system. Next, we are going to use open source Llama 3 8 billion model that is hosted by Grok, and we'll be using the Grok LLM. So when it comes to tool calling, most of the LLMs nowadays have the function calling option. So when the LLMs have function calling options, the same can be used for the tool agent also. We have two agents in this script. One is a researcher agent, which uses the tools SerperDev tool to do the research. So here I specifically say that use the available tools, research with the available tools. This is actually important to tell the agent that, okay, look for the tools that is assigned to you, or look for the tools that is part of your makeup. So this is the key word, that available tools on the given topic. So this topic, which is enclosed in the flower brackets or curly braces, will be the topic that we will be giving in the kickoff. So I'll be showing that in the end. The rest, the role, the backstory, etc., will form around the goal. So the role will tell that your work is to be a best-in-class researcher, and the backstory is about the researcher, like what kind of researcher he was in the back, or it was in the history. Next is the writer agent. In case of the writer agent, the role is pretty simple, that you write the data to the file system to the given file name. That's it. That's the role of the given writer agent, and the writer agent is also given the tools. So here again I tell in the role that you need to be using the tools that is provided to you. Right now you'll be thinking, okay, where to give the tools in the agent. So first thing is you need to give the tools in the tools parameter, and you can mention that to use the available tools either in the role, goal, or in the backstory. You can do it anywhere, because the role, goal, and the backstory, everything is going to become a single prompt when the final agent is getting created at the backend. In fact, the CrewAI setup has been set up in such a way that a very big prompt has been broken down into parts of the prompt. That's what you are seeing here. So the agents have been defined. Now comes the tasks. So the tasks are where the actual action or the function gets executed. So the task for the researcher is to gather the relevant data on the topic. Again, we give the topic in the curly braces here. So this will get populated by the topic that we provide in the kickoff. Then we provide the researcher agent, and this is where the expected output is. So every task will have an expected output. So this is where we tell the LLM or the agent that after we complete the task, we need a report of 2 paragraphs. That's what we want. We don't want more than that. Next, in the writing task case, we want to write the data to the file name. That is first thing. But the expected output is the status. So we want the clarity whether the file system has accepted the file data and whether the file has been written. So this is what we want, right? and then we are going to use the crew, which uses both the agents. So we are going to use the researcher agent and the writer agent along with the tasks, and it is going to process sequentially. We want the research to happen and then the writing to happen, right? It should happen in sequence. So our concentration here is primarily on the tools, right? You have to concentrate on the tools that we are using, the FileWriter tool and the researching tool, the SerperDev tool. So this is what we are using, and nowhere we are specifically telling in the goal or the role that okay, use the SerperDev tool or use the FileWriter tool. No, you don't need to tell those things. You have to just say use the available tools. You don't need to think how the agents will call these tools. That is the agents or the LLM's challenge. Your only the prompt that you need to provide is that use the available tools, right? So we will go down and you will see in the crew kickoff we are creating a dictionary called inputs, and in the inputs we are going to give the necessary agents in the inputs area. So let us go to the inputs, and we are going to say inputs equal to this value, right? So we are going to give this and we are going to execute the kickoff. So let us execute that, and let us see. So the research writer agent.py, this is the Python file that I am executing, and it is the verbose key or the verbose parameter has been made to be true, so that everything or every step that is getting called by the agent, by the task, will get openly seen. So you can also see the various tools are also that is getting called. You can see the tool input, the FileWriter tool, and before that, and also you can see before that you will have the tool where it is calling the research agent. So if you scroll up, so you will see the research query and the tool description, the research agent is getting called, the search the internet. These things are very, very important, right? And finally, when it comes down, the status has been updated, right? So content successfully returned to report agentic IDE.md. Now, if you do an ls right now, so you will see you will be seeing the output in the report directory. You can see the report directory here, and if I do an ls on the report directory, you will see there is a agentic_ide.md, and if I do a cat on this file, you will see that there is a two paragraphs of data. This is how the agentic IDE automates the process.